A massive thanks goes out to Be Quiet, Corsair, Eco Waterblocks, InWin and Sapphire for sponsoring our coverage at Computex 2019.
Hey folks, we're here now with EVGA at their suite in the Hyatt in Taipei. I'm here with Jacob. Jacob, you've got a pretty interesting motherboard here.
Yep.
I wonder if you could introduce it to me and then I'll ask you a few questions about it.
Sure. So this is the S3 Dark. So about probably more. Many years ago, we launched a motherboard called the SR-2, and it was a dual socket motherboard at the time, built for like workstation and overclocking. So we kind of wanted to bring that name back. Although it's single socket this time, it kind of recaptures kind of the soul of that product, which was overclocking and just really the best motherboard on the planet. That's what it's designed to be.
So this is for Intel's 28-core CPU.
Right.
That kind of socket,
socket
right?
3647.
Okay,
correct.
cool. And so what would you say are the most the special features?
Yeah. So first thing you'll notice here is the water block. So that water block is it's optional. It can be run with water, without water. Obviously, you'll get some better temperatures with the water cooling on there.
Do you have any idea what sort of difference it would make?
Not yet, but it can be pretty significant in some cases. I mean, it depends a lot on your chassis airflow and things like that as well.
And who's the OEM on that?
On the water block?
Yeah.
It's actually our own design.
Okay.
Yeah, so we designed the water block ourselves
But
internally.
manufacturer?
Don't know.
Okay.
Not finalized yet.
Okay.
This is obviously a early pre-production model. Planning to ship in August timeframe.
August. And do you have a price point for that? I'm assuming it's going to be
Yeah,
a fair bit.
not yet, but I mean, you can imagine it's not going to be, I would say, inexpensive, but
Sure.
it will be. If you want the best, this is definitely the board that you want to look at.
One of the things that I've noticed is the incredible array of power connectors here.
Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit about
Yeah,
those?
so one of the things that we do on a lot of our motherboards is we right angle the power connectors.
Yeah.
So it gives it a better, in a chassis, it just looks nicer, cleaner. So we have obviously the 24-pin power connector, and then we have 4 8-put power input connectors. So you can get a lot of CPU power through there. Of course, we also have a 6-pin power input connector.
Yeah.
You really only don't, this is not required, it's optional, but if you're running like probably I would say 3 or 4 GPUs, then you probably want to use that connector on there.
Great. And what sort of I/O are we looking at here as well?
Yeah, so on the I/O we have here we have USB 3 obviously, and we have, if you notice, 3 Ethernets. Mm-hmm. So one of these is 10 gig.
10 gig, okay.
And the other 2 are gigabit, and then we have creative audio, and yeah, so USB.
Nice. While we're on the topic of motherboards and I have you here, everyone else at the show is talking about X570. Is EVGA planning to
Nothing right now.
out?
Yeah,
Nothing on that?
we're purely focused on the Intel platform.
Okay, cool. All right, let's move on to the graphics cards.
Yep.
So continuing the theme of high-end hardware, we're now going to look at the EVGA Kingpin 2080 Ti, which is obviously one of the very fastest graphics cards on the market. Launched about a month ago. You can see it here. But what EVGA is announcing today is the water block for it, which is here. So Jacob, I wonder if you could talk us a little bit through the design of this. And,
Yeah. So this is the water block that we designed for the Kingpin card. So one of the things that we wanted to do with this block is we still wanted to retain the OLED functionality. Mm-hmm. So this card has the built-in OLED that shows you like temperatures, clock speeds, frame rates, things you can configure through EVGA Precision. So it still retains the OLED functionality on there. Of course, you have a few different inputs for your barbs as well, which is kind of standard on a lot of our water blocks as well, and even has an RGB in there. So.
Of course. Nice.
So yeah, it looks nice. We wanted to retain the kind of copper look of the card as well, so you got the copper look on there.
And so, will there be an option to have this bought with the card, or is it just going to be a separate add-on for the Kingpin?
So it's planned to be a separate add-on.
Yep.
So you'll get the card, and then you can add the water block if you want to it.
If I'm not mistaken, you guys have done water block combos in the past, right?
Yeah.
So is there reasoning behind not offering it here?
No real particular. I mean, really it just comes down to the limited availability of the product,
Sure.
and making sure that we satisfy as many customers as possible. And this card is going to be pretty limited in supply, so when you start splitting your distribution, it gets a little trickier with that. So.
And again, I have to ask, do you know who the OEM is on this water block?
I can tell you it's our design,
Yep.
but I can't disclose the OEM.
Okay.
But we design it, it's just the contract manufacturer who builds it to our specifications, basically.
Sure.
So.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you for taking us through that.
All right, thank you.
And we'll catch you in the next video, folks.